Awesome. So just get set up here. Cool. Hi, everyone. This is Yusuf West from Hubdoc. Super excited to be here with our friends from ScanSnap, specifically Ali. Ali, say hi.
Hi.
There we go. Pretty effective. And then what we're going to be talking about today, automating your workflow so that you can actually simplify your bookkeeping with both Hubdoc and ScanSnap Cloud. Super excited to be working with ScanSnap on this. This is something we've received so many like customer requests about, and to have this live is really exciting. To see also the number of registrants we've had. We had over 500 people register, and already we're at about 150 people that are here today. So pretty exciting all around. So a couple kind of logistical items. As we're going along, please feel free to ask questions. There will be a more formal Q&A at the end, but certainly as we're going along, we will be kind of engaging with questions and answering them as we can. Someone from our team is also here, Kate, who will be answering questions through the question panel on the right-hand side there. Couple items. Yes, this will be recorded. Slides will be sent out as well, and you should expect to receive both the recording and the slides as of tomorrow. Cool. So let's jump in. So I'm Yusuf West. I lead marketing here at Hubdoc. Really, like, kind of my experience has primarily been in fintech. I've worked in the accounting space, funnily enough, for a number of years now. I think the opportunities that automation afford kind of not only the accounting industry, but people in general is really exciting. And I feel really grateful that we all kind of are at this point in time as things kind of shift to the cloud, and there's all this opportunity for change. And so super excited to be part of it. If you're not familiar with what Hubdoc does, we kind of automate bookkeeping by saving you the hassle of getting documents from your clients because we get them automatically. And we make it easy by integrating with tools like the ScanSnap IX100 and IX500. And on that note, I'm going to pass it over to Ali.
Hi, guys. I'm a business development manager for Fujitsu. I mostly focus on our ScanSnap product line. I know that many of you guys have seen me out there, and I know that many of you guys know me better as ScanSnap Ali. I'm not sure if anyone really knows my last name, but it definitely is a hard one. I manage mostly our accounting and legal verticals, and I absolutely love working with accountants. If you guys don't know what Fujitsu does, we are the industry leader in document scanning across the board, whether it's accounting, legal, or healthcare. We pretty much fit anywhere that paper is, and we really enjoy working with accountants.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Little echo. So just talking about agenda, I think one thing just before we jump into that, like this is an opportunity to share product feedback both on Hubdoc as well as ScanSnap and how they work together. So definitely don't hold back in the Q&A as well as the question section. We will be kind of pouring over your feedback after the webinar. So agenda. So number one, we're going to talk a little bit about how the integration works. Then we're going to get into a live demonstration of how ScanSnap and Hubdoc work together. Third is we'll be talking about some planned improvements because I know a lot of advisors on this call are excited to use it themselves and be able to scan documents into their client accounts. And so we'll talk, Dan, who's our product leader, who will kind of talk about how we're planning on improving it, and also kind of that'll be an opportunity to get feedback on how we can optimize that. Lastly, we'll be talking about ScanSnap best practices, as well as giving away an IX500, which I think is like $400 or $500. Pretty sweet. Okay. So Hubdoc plus ScanSnap Cloud, how does it work? First, I think this is kind of the basics, right? Like it's the idea that you can scan documents through your scanner. ScanSnap will automatically sort them and then send them to a particular destination. In the case of Hubdoc, you scan in a receipt or you scan in an invoice. ScanSnap automatically identifies that and then sends it into your Hubdoc account so Hubdoc can extract the key data. And as you might know, so Hubdoc's core value is that we are kind of the one place, kind of your document funnel. So we collect your paper receipts and paper invoices and extract the key data so it's ready to be sent into your accounting solution like QuickBooks or other platforms. And you can also push documents to cloud storage solutions like Box or ShareFile or SmartVault. So kind of what do you need to be able to use this integration? First, on the ScanSnap side, you need either the ScanSnap IX100 or the ScanSnap IX500. And you also need to download ScanSnap Cloud. It's available for both Windows and Mac computers, as well as Android and iOS devices. If you don't currently have kind of a ScanSnap Cloud enabled scanner, which would either be the IX100 or IX500, we will be sharing a discount code at the end of this webinar. On the Hubdoc side, it's pretty simple. All you need is one Hubdoc account, and you're ready to get started. So the ideal workflow for Hubdoc, and I'm just going to do a quick kind of 20 seconds on what Hubdoc does. So every advisor has this challenge of getting documents from their clients. They spend somewhere between 30 and 35% of their time getting documents from their clients, whether that's asking for bank statements, receipts, invoices. And so we built Hubdoc to kind of make that a lot easier. Our core functionality is around this notion of automated fetching. We go out and get your bank statements or your Comcast bills or your eBay receipts. We pull them into Hubdoc, we extract the key data, and have it ready to be pushed across to places like QuickBooks, as I mentioned. The other core part of our functionality and kind of the core driver behind why we're so excited to be working with ScanSnap is this notion of handling kind of the paper receipts and paper invoices side of your business or your client's business. And so, as you can see in the bottom left, there are 3 ways to get documents in. One is you can scan the documents. 2 is you can use our mobile app available for both iPhone and Android. Take a picture, it goes into Hubdoc, we extract the key data, or you can email in documents as well. Now, this is kind of your ideal workflow, that you have documents that are getting automatically fetched for the business, as well as documents that are kind of manually uploaded, whether that's scanned, kind of snapped. It's probably not the right word in this case, but scanned, taking a picture of the receipt or invoice, or emailed in, and it goes straight into Hubdoc. And then you can send your receipts and invoices to QBO for reconciliation, and then use a tool like Bill.com if you have bills that need to be paid. So the reason as I've kind of mentioned, the reason we've decided to do this integration with ScanSnap, and we're so pumped about it, is that this workflow gets supercharged by being able to have a ScanSnap as part of it. And so instead of kind of the small scanner that we had there before, now we've got this powerful IX500 down in the bottom left-hand screen of the screen. And so now what you can do is speed up that process of getting clients to send in their documents to you. And we recognize that in the world, sometimes it's challenging to get clients to give up the idea of handing over their box of documents. And we'll talk about how we improve that workflow. But in the interim, there's like a powerful message in giving your clients the tools they need to be able to get you their documents on time. And ScanSnap is just really a core part of that. And that's why connecting ScanSnap with Hubdoc makes a lot of sense. So without further ado, let's talk about how the integration works. So the first thing you want to do is and I just want to confirm that everyone can see my screen. Awesome. First thing you want to do is download ScanSnap Cloud. So whether you have a Mac or a PC, you can download it pretty easily. Just Google ScanSnap Cloud and the Fujitsu website will come up, and you'll be able to find your way to downloading the software. Hopefully, either if you already have a ScanSnap Cloud account, you can log in, or you can create the account from this screen here once you've opened it and obviously downloaded the software. So I'm going to log in to my ScanSnap Cloud account. Awesome. And so when you first log in, you're going to want to set up the integration between ScanSnap and Hubdoc. And it's important to remember that when you're setting up the integration, you're setting it up on the ScanSnap side. So you would log into the ScanSnap Cloud account, and I'm doing this as a small business. I just want to emphasize that. So myself, or myself as your client, if you're an advisor, I would be logging into my ScanSnap Cloud account here. And then what I would want to do is I want to hook up my ScanSnap Cloud account to my Hubdoc account for my business. So I go to the ScanSnap Cloud preferences, I go to my scan settings, and so currently all of my documents are configured to go to Box. I'm going to change this so it can go to Hubdoc. So I'm going to scroll down, I'm going to click on Hubdoc, I'm going to hit select. And now future documents that are scanned through my scanner will automatically go into my Hubdoc account. I actually was hoping the authorization. There we go. So when you first do this integration, a little window like this is going to pop up and load. And so what Hubdoc is asking for is basically authorization to connect up to your ScanSnap account. So I'm going to enter my email address. I'm going to enter my password. I'm going to hit authorize. Now, Hubdoc's just checking for permissions. Think about this as like when you log into something or create an account with your Facebook login. Facebook kind of says, hey, this is what this solution is going to be able to do, and this is what it's not going to be able to do. This is exactly the same. So ScanSnap will be able to upload documents to your Hubdoc account. It won't be able to access any of the information or modify it that is pre-existing in your Hubdoc account. So I'm going to click authorize. I should also set a nickname. So Yusuf's favorite scanner. Note I'm spelling favorite the Canadian way because we're a Canadian company. Why not? Set nickname. Ooh. Law of live demos. I tested this 5 times today. So I think regardless, it's actually already connected. Okay. So now that I have my ScanSnap and my Hubdoc connected, all I really need to do is scan the document through my scanner. Before we take that step, I also want to show what my Hubdoc account looks like. So I'm just going to log in. To my account as a small business. Just one sec. There we are. And as you can see, if you are familiar with Hubdoc, on the left-hand side I have my folders, in the middle I have my documents, and on the right-hand side I have all of the places where I can kind of send documents, as well as how I can kind of intake documents into my own Hubdoc account as a small business user. So now, instead of the only ways to kind of get documents in is using our mobile app or scanning them through a scanner like ScanSnap and then saving it to your computer, then uploading it to Hubdoc, now we have kind of a direct route from the scanner into my Hubdoc account. So what this is going to look like is the following, and I'm just going to do this. All right. Okay. Awesome. Okay, so everyone can kind of see the scanner. Really excited to do this. So I have my IX100. I have it connected up to my computer. I have ScanSnap Cloud downloaded. I have it connected up to my Hubdoc account. And now I'm ready to send documents from my ScanSnap scanner straight into my Hubdoc account so the data can be extracted. So I have this neat little receipt. I'm gonna put it in. There we go. I'm gonna hit the button and there we go. And now the ScanSnap scanner is scanning it. The document is going to not only upload to my ScanSnap Cloud, it's also going to upload straight into my Hubdoc account. So see that there in a sec. And while we're waiting, we're going to scan. Oh, and I need to press that button, of course. Go. And there you just saw the document arrive in Hubdoc. It is also in my ScanSnap Cloud. So there's the receipt. And here is the document also in my Hubdoc account. Pretty sweet. Just to go through that process one more time, I'm going to scan this bigger invoice. So I'm going to load that up, press the scan button. ScanSnap is now scanning it. Pretty sweet. I hit the button once more, and now the document is going straight into my ScanSnap Cloud, as well as my Hubdoc account. And so there's the document in ScanSnap Cloud. Amazing. And here is the document in my Hubdoc account. Now what this kicks off is the process of extracting kind of the key data from the document. So in this case, I actually sent that UPS receipt in a little bit earlier. And so you can see the key data is, you can see what the key data is on the document. And then you can see that Hubdoc has already extracted it. And the really nice thing is that because of our integration with QBO and other accounting platforms, is I can actually now code this document straight into my accounting system. And Hubdoc will make it easy for me to make sure it is coded correctly. So I can say, this is freight and delivery. The vendor is UPS. If the vendor didn't exist, I can just click new vendor, click enter UPS, and click create. And then I'll have UPS available for me. It's all really easy. I hit publish, I create a transaction in the accounting system with the source document attached. And now you can imagine how much easier this is going to make your life as an accountant or bookkeeper, as well as it's going to make the lives of small business owners really easy as well, because they're going to be able to send documents straight from their scanner into Hubdoc where it's ready to be processed and filed, as well as published to your accounting system. So in this case, this is an example of a transaction that was created in QBO by Hubdoc. So this is a Home Depot receipt. So imagine scanning this through ScanSnap. It goes into Hubdoc, and then we publish it across into the accounting system. So vendor, date, amount, chart of accounts, and then the source documents right there, which makes it all super easy. And when it comes to audit proofing your client's books, this is just one more step that kind of makes that process really seamless. So we've got a couple questions here that I want to engage on while we're in the product. Was everyone able to see my screen? I think so, yeah. So one question that we have is, what if you have several different client accounts in which you'd like to upload documents? So this current iteration of the integration, it's not possible to kind of upload documents as an advisor and then send them to specific client accounts. What Dan, who's our product lead, is going to show within the next 5 minutes is how we're planning on solving that, so that we can make it easy to not only for your clients to send in documents to your Hubdoc account, but also you as the advisor to send in documents on their behalf. One of the other questions was, how did you rename the receipt in Hubdoc to be called UPS instead of the ScanSnap document? And so here we have this UPS this UPS store receipt, but it is definitely called ScanSnap document at this stage. And so what that means is that when you have this blue clock icon, it means that Hubdoc is currently processing the document. And once Hubdoc has processed it, it will have extracted out the key data. So we'll have said, oh, this is a UPS store. So I actually sent that receipt yesterday evening so that it could be processed. And so that's how the document gets renamed. It happens automatically. So in terms of handling multi-page receipts and invoices, currently the best practice when you're scanning is to scan one document at a time. The difference is effectively pressing a button one more time for each document. And that's how the documents will get into Hubdoc. We'll have them as separate receipts and separate invoices, and they'll be ready to be pushed across into the accounting system. So on that note, I do want to jump into a poll. So accountants and bookkeepers, who scans your clients' documents? Is it you or your staff, your clients, or a mix of both? Already 65%, almost 70% have voted. That's awesome. 80%. Can we get to 90? Let me give it 15 more seconds. One question that's come up a couple times is, what scanner will this work with? And it's primarily the ScanSnap IX100 as well as the IX500 because they both have ScanSnap Cloud as part of their feature set, and they're also Wi-Fi enabled, which is pretty sweet. So I'm going to close the poll and share the results. So 27% of you are scanning your client's paper documents, either yourself or your staff. 14% have pushed it across to the client, which is awesome. And 60% a mix of both, which that makes sense, right? Like the future of accounting and bookkeeping is very much to move that work outside of your office, and it's challenging, right? Like it's not a clear cut. Okay, today I receive a box of documents, and tomorrow that's kind of my client's problem, right? It takes training, it takes work, and it takes technology also to kind of catch up to the opportunity that exists there, which is to move your business to be entirely paperless, and that includes the work of your clients. So pretty cool, and definitely a sign of the times to see people moving more in that direction. So before I hand it over to Dan, just want to set that up. Awesome. So I'm just going to hand over to Dan Shiner. He's our product lead, and he'll talk more about kind of the planned improvements around the accountant bookkeeper workflow for the Hubdoc ScanSnap integration. Take it away.
Hi, everyone. Thanks, Youssef. So as Youssef just showed a moment ago, our current integration is focused on the small business, or alternatively, if you're an accountant or bookkeeper, your client, right? Your client connects their ScanSnap to their Hubdoc account, scans all their paper documents there, which then magically appear in the Hubdoc account, which you can access. The files are then automatically organized, filed, renamed with the data extracted. So you never have to handle your client's paper documents again in that workflow because they handled it entirely themselves. And like Yusuf mentioned a minute ago, this is the dream. Obviously, a situation where your clients handle and digitize all of their paper, you can access it via shared access to their Hubdoc account is the ideal scenario. That being said, we also appreciate that there are going to be clients who aren't going to want to do this, or at least not immediately. And they're still going to want to deliver that big box of paper to you and expect you to do the scanning and digitizing. So we're actually working on a feature right now that is going to enable that. Because in that scenario, you're going to need to connect your ScanSnap not to one account, but to many of your clients' accounts. And we're building something right now that's going to enable you to do that. So as a little bonus to everyone who joined this webinar, we want to give a sneak peek as to what we're working on under the hood, and solicit feedback or any ideas from people watching this webinar right now. So let's dive in. So for any current for any current Hubdoc customers, this screen should look pretty familiar to you. This is the Hubdoc organizations page. And as you know, if you are an accountant or bookkeeper, you would see your free Hubdoc account here along the top, as well as all of your clients' accounts down below. Now, what you might notice is new is that we've actually added a new column here. So in the next release, what we're working on is an additional ScanSnap column. And there are two things I want to point out about this. So the first is this button. As you can see, for each client, you have a white circle or button. And what you can do is by selecting a given client, you tell Hubdoc that anytime I scan documents through my ScanSnap scanner, I want you to route those documents to this particular client. So in other words, even if I initially set up my ScanSnap for my firm account, my Dan Shiner CPA, if I have selected down here my client Dan's Delicious Dumplings, any document that I've scanned through my ScanSnap will not go to Dan Shiner CPA, but will instead be routed directly into my client's account. And you can change this as often as you like. When you switch to go work on another client, you could switch it from your client Dan's Delicious Dumplings to Falcon Shipping, or to Heckman, or to Hibbert, or whoever your client is, and documents will no longer be routed to your former client, they'll be routed to the new client. The second feature that I want to point out is this little clock or timer over here. This is what we're calling our safety timer, because while we want to make it really easy for you to route documents to whatever client you want, we don't want to accidentally make it easier for you to route documents to the wrong client. And we know that as you're shifting work from one client to the other, it would be easy to forget to change your settings and then accidentally send documents somewhere where you don't want them to go. So to help prevent that, we've added a timer which counts down, and when it reaches 0, will automatically switch your ScanSnap to revert back to your firm account. What this means is that if you accidentally forget to switch your Hubdoc account to the next client and then scan documents in, rather than those documents going to the wrong client, they will go right to your firm account. Just to show you a little bit more detail of how that might work, what would happen is that as the timer counts down and gets closer to 0, the client that you're on would light up, and Hubdoc would give you a warning. It would say, just so you know, you haven't changed your scanner, your ScanSnap pointer in a while. If you don't change it in the next 3 minutes, we're going to revert back to your firm account just to be safe. If you want your ScanSnap to remain with that client, you can hit the little refresh button and gain another 30 minutes and stay there safely. And if, say, you've stepped away and you've forgotten, all that will happen will be this. As you can see here, the scanner selection has jumped back up to your firm account, just as a safety measure to make sure that your one client's confidential documents don't end up in another client's account. So this is our vision right now, and this is what we're working towards. We can't unveil a release date right now because we're still working through some of the technical challenges, but keep your eye on the Hubdoc social media and monthly newsletter update, and we'll share any changes or updates there. So there's your sneak peek. We're excited to release this, and please, if you have any ideas, questions, or comments, shoot an email to support@hubdoc.com, and they'll make it my way. And like Yusuf mentioned earlier, we're hungry for this information, and we'd love any feedback or ideas that you have. Okay, handing things back to you, Seth.
Thanks, Dan. That was really great. Sorry, I'm taking out people as we're moving around here. So as you can see, we have a thoughtful solution that we're working on. Obviously, super open to feedback about how we can make this better. Any questions, as we're going along, because we do have a lot of people here, we are trying to answer them. But we will be taking a look at any feedback you have through the question panel after this webinar as well. So on that note, I do want to jump into a second poll. So how many paper documents does your average client scan per month? So this could be including documents that you scan on behalf of your clients or ones that they scan themselves. Just trying to get a rough idea of usage of kind of the scanning technology. We're at 80% voted. It's awesome. Let's keep going. See if we can knock it up to 90%. I'll give it 10 more seconds. All right, cool. I'm going to close the poll. So how many paper documents does your average client scan per month? 11% said 1 to 10, 23% said 11 to 25, 33% said 26 to 50, 20% said 51 to 100, and 13% are dealing with 100 documents or more per month. Really interesting. Like, I wonder how many of those documents, like what is the kind of global population of documents that your clients are scanning on average? Like, is this most of them? Is it 80, 90%? Or are there a lot of kind of emailed in receipts and things like that as well? But definitely pretty cool information. So on that note, I'm going to hand it across to Ali from ScanSnap.
Hi, guys.
Hey. All right.
So this is kind of what our ScanSnap Cloud lineup looks like. We've been talking a lot about Hubdoc, but you can also see that if you choose to use some of our more generalized cloud services to get your documents into Hubdoc, you can use any of the listed on the my left-hand side of the screen. So Dropbox, Box, Google Drive, and OneDrive. And then we also have our line of business applications. You can see that our good friends Expensify over there as well. And then within other industries, and this list will continue to grow as our partnerships grow too. So this is really great. This is kind of how we're seeing documents getting into. So you're using either your IX100 or IX500 through your Wi-Fi to scan directly into Hubdoc itself. One of the nice things about ScanSnap Cloud is that since it is Wi-Fi enabled, you don't actually have to have your computer or mobile device on or near you when you're using these, when the scanners are scanning into Hubdoc, which kind of makes it more of a standalone unit. We're waiting for use of, okay, here we go. Here are some of our key features. Many of you who are ScanSnap users probably know a lot of these features already, and we didn't take any out. We kind of almost enhanced ScanSnap Cloud compared to our normal ScanSnap Manager. So some of your favorite features, that auto cropping, orientation, blank page removal, size detection, and color detection, are all still within ScanSnap Cloud. We've also added a smart naming convention, so we can read that top page of or top part of those documents to create a naming convention for you. And then we've also increased or added the intelligent sorting, so ScanSnap Cloud can parse out your documents depending on the size to receipts, business cards, documents, and photos. And if you guys have any suggestions of other documents that you would like to have within ScanSnap Cloud to sort, please let us know. We're more than happy to add those to our list, and the more you add them, the faster they get added. So this is a little bit about our ScanSnap Cloud app. It allows you to control the settings, view your scan data. We also send you push notifications. So Yusuf showed you on the desktop, You'll also get notifications on your mobile device showcasing that documents have been scanned into HubDoc, and it's available on both your app, on the App Store, and then Google Play. Now I'm going to push it back over to Yusuf.
Awesome. And now for our next guest, we have Sarim from Intuit Canada. He's going to share an offer specifically for Canadian Pro Advisors.
Fantastic, appreciate it. First of all, thank you for setting up this webinar for everyone. It's always good to see the app partners that work with QuickBooks and QuickBooks Online share what they're doing, and it's always a good idea to find out what's going on as well. What I wanted to share with you guys today was this program that we have for QuickBooks Online users that are looking to maybe start using HubDoc, or if they're already using HubDoc, if they're looking to grow their client base on HubDoc. And now with finding out more about the Fujitsu ScanSnap that we have available right now. For anybody that's looking to grow on QuickBooks Online, if they decide to make a purchase of 10 new QuickBooks Online units, what Intuit has offered along with Fujitsu and HubDoc is 6 months free of HubDoc for up to 10 of your clients, along with one free Fujitsu IX500 ScanSnap scanner. This offer also extends out to those larger firms that are looking to bring on more. So should you want to bring on 20 new QuickBooks Online customers, you'll get 6 months of free HubDoc for up to 20 of your clients, along with one Fujitsu IX500 ScanSnap scanner and an iPad Air 2 16 gigabyte as well. We've got this program set up, and if you already have an account manager at Intuit, fantastic. Feel free to reach out to them and ask them more questions about this. And if you don't, feel free to reach out to me. I think Yusuf can provide the information to you, and I'll connect you with your account manager here at Intuit. Again, Yusuf, thank you for setting this up for all of us. And Ali, thanks for sharing about the Fujitsu ScanSnap. I'll send it back to you right now, Yusuf.
Awesome. Thanks so much. If you are interested, this is a Canada-only offer. So if you are a Canadian Pro Advisor, please, ping us in the question area, and we'll definitely connect you with Sarim. One thing I would note is that if you are a US-based Pro Advisor and you would love a deal like this, definitely reach out to your sales or business development reps at Intuit, Intuit USA, and we would love to be able to offer this to US Pro Advisors as well. So what I've been most excited about is this next thing, which is the scanner giveaway. We're going to give away an IX500. The way it's going to work, and Ali, please correct me if I'm wrong, is that we will put all of the attendees' names. I think that's probably the best way to do it. Actually, maybe everyone's into an Excel spreadsheet, and then we'll randomize that list to come up with a winner. And so, if you have won, we'll be sending you an email later today with a request for more information. We need to know where to send your scanner. So we need your address, your phone number, and I think that's about it. And probably your name if we don't have it, but I'm guessing we probably do. Is that how it's going to work, Ali?
Yep, you've got it.
Awesome. Okay. Now something for our folks down in the States. It's a $50 off discount code for the IX500. So it can only be used at buyfcpa.com. You can buy a maximum of 5 units, and this offer does expire on April 31st, 2017, so definitely get it before tax time is over, because I know you'll get tons of value by using the ScanSnap IX500 and HubDoc together. The code is SCAN2HubDoc, and it is case sensitive, very important. So make sure that S is capitalized, make sure the H is capitalized, and you're all set. And it's available at buyfcpa.com, $50 off for folks in the States. So on the HubDoc side, if you are an advisor, you're an accountant or bookkeeper, we offer free accounts for accountants and bookkeepers because we want to work with you, and we want you to test out our product. And if you want to get a sense for how HubDoc and ScanSnap work together, just sign up for a free account as an accountant or bookkeeper, and you can integrate the two products and start testing pretty much once we get off this this webinar. It's pretty sweet. The account is free for life. And of course, we give you lots of support as part of it. And lastly here, if you would like to get Hubdoc certified, go to learn.hubdoc.com. Email us, call us. We want to hear from you. Our email is support@hubdoc.com. Give us a phone call, 1-800-577-2842. We have people available to speak about Hubdoc or QuickBooks or ScanSnap or all of the above from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday to Friday Eastern. And then if you are a ProAdvisor and you'd like a free ProAdvisor account, go to hubdoc.com/ProAdvisor. So on that note, I want to say thank you so much for everyone being here. Let's jump into some questions. So one question I have here is, what is the website for the $50 discount again? It is buyfcpa.com. We can put that in the chat, so people can take advantage of it. Website.
I see one here that says, is there a cost to use ScanSnap Cloud? No, it is a free product. It's just a feature from using any of our ScanSnap products. You can use the Hubdoc integration along with other ones, but still no cost to using ScanSnap Cloud.
Cool. That $50 discount, it isn't available in Canada due to distribution restrictions. We will include the ScanSnap offer as part of the email tomorrow. So, whether you get a chance to write down the website from the chat or get the code, it will be included in the email.
Yes, you can use more than one integration with the ScanSnap Cloud. You can actually choose up to 4 saved destinations, and you can parse them out depending on document type. So your documents can go to Hubdoc along with your receipts. If you scan photos, they can go to Google Photos. And then if you're scanning business cards, you can scan them to Evernote, and they link directly into your LinkedIn profile, which is kind of cool.
Nice. And everyone who is attending this webinar is automatically entered for a chance to win the free scanner, as well as all registrants. So if you have one, you will hear from us later today. Is there a Hubdoc certification? Absolutely. If you go to learn.hubdoc.com, you can get Hubdoc and QBO certified, as well as become a Hubdoc Advanced partner. And it's all self-study and really easy to get started.
It looks like we're asking the process to enter for the free scanner. All we need is for you to be on this webinar, so you're all set for that.
Someone was asking, we use Xero for most of our clients. When can we expect to have an integration with Xero? Hubdoc does integrate with Xero today. Reach out to us, support@hubdoc.com, or give us a phone call, and we can tell you a little bit more about how that works.
Annette's asking how to turn off the automatic scans to Hubdoc. Within ScanSnap Cloud, you would just need to change over either back to ScanSnap Manager and use our desktop capability, or you can just change where you choose to save your documents to.
Cool. One question is, why would I have the Hubdoc app and the ScanSnap app? So kind of the core reason to have both is that the value of Hubdoc is that we extract the key data from the documents that are sent to us, and the value of the ScanSnap app is that it facilitates the scanning process and makes sure your scanned documents are routed to the correct destination. So as an example, if you wanted specific documents to go to Box instead of Hubdoc, you could use the ScanSnap app to control that. Hope that answers your question, Tracy. The QBO offer is only valid for Canadian Pro advisors.
We can definitely work with the Hubdoc team and also the Fujitsu Canada team on getting you guys a deal for discounts within Canada as well. It's something that we've done in the past, and we can definitely do that again in the future. But the QuickBooks Online deal is only with Fujitsu or with Hubdoc and Intuit Canada.
Awesome. And Ali, for the Canadians on the call, what would be the best way to reach out to Fujitsu about the discount?
We'll have to get back to you on that one, but you can always reach Fujitsu Canada. I'm not sure what their messaging is. Let me look that up really quick for you. You can always go to our ScanSnap community site and change your...
So one of the questions is, does the ScanSnap have to be connected to a computer to function? I don't believe so, but Ali, could you answer?
No, it doesn't. You can, with ScanSnap Cloud, you can use it as a standalone unit. You do have to have the scanner plugged into your computer while going through the setup process. But once you've enabled and downloaded ScanSnap Cloud and configured your scanner to work with your ScanSnap Cloud account, you do not have to have it physically plugged in to your computer. But yes, to the wall, because it doesn't have batteries, unless you're using the iX100. Greg has a question regarding putting scanners on the client side and feeding it to Hubdoc. This is what we really try to preach, is to get your clients to do the scanning for you. That way the documents are closer to the source, and it doesn't require you to go and get the documents or for them to mail them to you. So the process shortens quite a bit because they can scan them directly into Hubdoc, and then you can access them from Hubdoc. This is a really great way to get a little off of your plate and more responsibility to your clients.
So much great feedback, folks. I just want to mention that. So, you know,
I'm getting a bunch of Twitter likes and followers right now from
this. So super great, guys. I think what we're going to do is we're going to take the remaining questions and follow up via email. I think a lot of questions are around, like, what are the integration capabilities of both Hubdoc as well as ScanSnap Cloud. The best way to take a look at the integrations that are available for ScanSnap Cloud would be to go to the ScanSnap website, and you can see the list of integrations there. Would that be the best place, Ali?
Yeah, so www.scansnapcloud.com is a great resource for learning more about ScanSnap Cloud, or scansnapcommunity.com, which is our blog site. You can also read a bunch about ScanSnap Cloud, our partner integrations, along with what we're doing right now.
Perfect. And on the Hubdoc side, Hubdoc integrates not only with ScanSnap, but also with cloud storage solutions. So ShareFile, Box, Smart Vault, Google Drive, as well as accounting solutions like QBO, Xero, and Bill.com. If you'd love to know more, sign up for a free account, go to hubdoc.com, and we can help you get started. Super excited. Thank you all so much for being here and taking time out of your day. This was really great, and we're looking forward to reading over your feedback time and again. Thank you. Thanks, Ali.
Thank you.
Thanks, Sarim.